What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So Shakur Stevenson, undefeated Olympic silver medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified super featherweight world champion, and reigning WBC lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, with a record of 22 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. He calls out Gervonta Tank Davis' recent statements as cap and says, if I'm lying and you sent me a contract, then call my bluff and show the contract and show where you sent it at. Gervonta Tank Davis, undefeated, 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, and reigning WBA lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is considered one of the cash cows and one of the faces of the sport of boxing, with a record of 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, 30 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis recently made a statement because Gervonta Tank Davis is frustrated with his situation, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's frustrated with his situation, and Gervonta Tank Davis responded to fans that said, hey man, when you gonna fight Shakur Stevenson? Right? Because Gervonta Tank Davis, in the summer, prior to fighting Frank Martin in June, he began negotiations with Olympic 2-time gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, and the reigning IBF lightweight champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasyl Lomachenko, in Top Rank. That was confirmed before he fought Frank Martin. Well, Lomachenko decided that he didn't want to fight and he wanted to sit on the shelf, right? He's not feeling it right now. So he pulled out the negotiations and he said he's going to take time off. So at that point in time, Gervonta Tank Davis and his team started to look for replacement opponents, which they had ample enough time because they wasn't fighting Lomachenko and wasn't planning to get back in the ring until November. This was in June and July. So they had ample enough time. So they were kicking the tires on multiple fighters that they wanted to fight and possibly replace Lomachenko for November, for the winter, right? And Shakur Stevenson was one of the fighters that they kicked the tires on. Reason being is because Shakur Stevenson is quote unquote on the hit list of fighters that Tank Davis claimed that he wanted to fight, right? He's on that list. A short list of fighters. So he kicked the tires. Shakur Stevenson confirmed they reached out and inquired about his availability. Shakur said that he and his team agreed, yes, we would be available, right? Let's make the fight. We available. Tank Davis' team also kicked the tires on Edwin De Los Santos, also kicked the tires on Jose El Rayo Venezuela, also kicked the tires on Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Mind you, they was going to fight. Cruz and Venezuela were fighting August 3rd. They kicked the tires on Lamont Roach, who confirmed that they also reached out to him. On multiple different fighters, they kicked the tires on, right? So that was it. That was all. They never reached back out to Shakur Stevenson. And Lamont Roach confirmed that they already had plans to fight one another, right? He was actually supposed to be the fight before he fought Hector Garcia, okay? It was supposed to be Lamont Roach, but then they changed and went to Hector Garcia, right? Before he fought Ryan Garcia. So with that said, Tank Davis is getting frustrated. You kicked the tires. You didn't go deep in negotiations. Edwin De Los Santos and his team confirmed that. Many people confirmed that, right? So now Tank Davis is frustrated with his situation overall, right? And with the fans now calling him out for not fighting Shakur's, the Devins, the T.O.s, the upper echelon of the best fighters in the world. And now Tank Davis is frustrated. And he says he sent Shakur Stevenson a contract. Shakur Stevenson went in a different direction because Shakur Stevenson signed with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. But Eddie Hearn and Matchroom clearly stated that they have no involvement, and they was instructed to not have any involvement with Gervonta Tank Davis negotiations because they can hurt the negotiations. Period. Right? So now Tank is saying they sent Shakur a contract. So Shakur's saying, okay, call my bluff. If I'm lying, show where you sent the contract. Show the contract and show where you sent it. If you sent a contract, that means you passed the stage of preliminary talks. You passed the stage of dates and locations and money. You sent a contract to be signed. That's what Tank said. He said, I sent a contract. So if you sent a contract to be signed, then that means y'all had negotiations where you already had an understanding how much money was going to be done, right? Not a term sheet. He said he sent a contract. So that means that you have already had agreements in place, and then Shakur Stevenson pulled out. So Shakur saying, show us where you sent the contract. Now you on the hook. Let's see if his fans hold him accountable and say, show the contract now. Or you can show the term sheet, show the contract, show some proof. Let's see it. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But now Tank Davis on the hook. Now you got to show the contract on term sheets or something. You said you sent the contract. So let's see it. And that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.